Wilton, I know you probably wanted to end your college career with a win, but throwing for the most, this is the most passing yards you've had in a single game in your career, surpassing the Maryland game from a couple years ago. How does that at least feel in a nutshell, like outside of just not coming up with the win?
I mean, now it doesn't feel good, or I'm not happy about my performance. It was fun during the game because up until the last play of the game, I thought we were going to win. So obviously, when you're able to slice them apart like that, that's fun in the moment. But you walk off the field and you're not victorious, it doesn't matter. So
How hard was that the last two drives? You guys had a chance to tie it up and couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, obviously that's very hard when you've got that opportunity there and you can't capitalize. Just not a very heads-up play by me in the end. It was 4th down, and I thought I crossed the line of scrimmage when I was like trying to scramble to the right, and so I was like trying to find where the yard marker was, and thought I crossed it. So I was like, well, now I can't throw it. I've got to try and run for this 1st down, and then just kind of got stuck in the heat of the moment. But we got the ball back. Our defense made 3 great stops. Got the ball back, and we're moving the ball again, and it just came up short.
For either of you, you guys are down 14 points, and then defense gets a safety. Darnay gets the kickoff return for a touchdown. What was just the emotions, on the sideline after that?
I think it would just be our coaches we never have the mindset of the game's over. There's always still a game, and we just didn't have the mindset of giving up. We just made sure we came out and were locked in, stayed in the game, and kept pushing.
Caleb made that incredible cutback from that 66-yard play. What do you guys think at that point? You feel like, maybe we got this, we got the momentum. And did that stoppage of play to look at the play, review, maybe hurt momentum in any way?
I mean, it might have messed up the flow. Anytime you gash a defense like that for a big play, you look back on this season, Coach Kelly's got the history of, okay, let's hit them in the mouth again. Let's not let them gather themselves. And so obviously that slowed down the pace and everything. But it seemed like every time we dropped back, I knew Theo was going to get open, Caleb was going to get open, and the rest of the weapons, and those guys maybe looked good today to where we felt very confident in the passing game. So, anytime that clock kind of stops or we've got to get held back a little bit, obviously that can mess up the flow.
Theo, in your 3 years that you've been here, it seemed like this year was the year where maybe the most growth was made from game 1 to game 12. Would you say that as well? Like, where is this team now compared to in September when you guys were first in this system with a game with Chip Kelly?
Yeah, there's a huge difference. I just think we matured. Obviously, we have a lot of freshmen on the team, and I think for a lot of us, for some people, it took them a while to get adjusted to the game. And basically, on the offense side of the ball, we had some struggles early on in the year with the line, and I think they started to mesh well, and some of the young guys in the receiving corps started to make plays and get more confident. And then on the defense side of the ball, we still have young people, but in a couple of years or even next year, I think they're going to do very well just because they'll be more mature, and I definitely think we improved a lot.
Well, you said you wanted to leave it better than you found it when you came. Do you feel like that happened? And where do you see the biggest growth in this team going forward?
I do feel that I was able to come in and help kind of guide this ship in the right direction. Not saying I took a major part in that or anything, but just tried to show up every day and do everything I could to better the program. And when I came here in June, we had guys that were hungry, but maybe didn't really know what they were hungry for in terms of how can we operate to build a successful program, not a successful team, but a successful program. And I think if you look at the growth from Cincinnati to Stanford, it's a completely different ball club, like Theo was saying. And that's a testament to the coaching staff, the older guys, the leadership, and the young guys not saying, okay, this is my first year, we've only won 3 games, I can just write this off as a red shirt, or it doesn't matter because I've got 3 more. It was a collective effort all the way across the board in Wasserman that made this you're successful despite the win-loss column.
Theo, over the middle part of the season, drops were a big problem for the offense. Do you take pride in knowing that you're the most consistent option? If the ball finds you, that you're going to catch it.
Yeah, I think I've always really took pride in catching the ball. Like I've said before, I've had my struggles with drops, but it's just important to be mentally strong. I think a lot of our guys on our receiving core are mentally strong, and even though there was drops in the early part of the season, I kind of just told them to keep going, and those are all plays that and catches that we made in practice and games and stuff like that. So
One thing I'll add about Theo, which he's obviously super humble, he won't talk about, is I saw a stat that he had maybe 60 balls thrown to him and not one drop, and I don't think that he dropped one. I threw a couple low passes to him in the SC game, but like in practice last week, I threw him a ball, and it was a good ball, but and he dropped it. It was, he's a special wideout when the whole offensive staff, players, the backups, everyone kind of froze and like, wait, what just happened? Because it's so rare. It happened maybe once or twice since I've been here, so pretty awesome.
Theo, what was your kind of emotions when you saw Caleb on that big 66-yard play with the cutback? I mean, what was kind of the excitement level in the huddle, and what were you feeling at that time?
I don't know, just a lot of excitement. Those are plays that I think we've all seen Caleb make all throughout the year, and we just know he's a guy who's capable of stuff like that. But just excitement.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.